Beta Flash 98, the Prussian Prince commanding the... Ooh, this is a nice looking map actually. I think the maps look quite good. So the Prussian Prince here, Empire versus Empire, Demigryph Knights versus Demigryph Knights, Spears and Archers versus Spears and Swords, it seems. And the pattern of Demigryph Knights being the new Tugmata, backed up by Spears this time. And some spellcasting heroes, the Witch Hunter, the Empire General, Empire Lord. But in this particular matchup, when we have Demigryph Knights against Demigryph Knights, both Demigryph Knights have halberds, of course. It could be very important which unit support and how magic is used. Now the Demigryph Knights are exceptionally powerful, but if they get stopped by a spell, holding them in place, robbing them of the charge bonus, not enabling them to fight back as effectively, that could be a problem for them. So the Demigryph Knights are moving around. That's what I'm talking about, exactly what I'm talking about. So the Demigryph Knights have been stopped in a downhill position by a spell. It would be nice if we could mouse over and see what kind of spell it is, because I don't remember the names of all the spells yet. We can see it here. The Net of Amintok. So it cannot move. The charge bonus is getting removed here. And now it gets charged. So very bad there for the Prussian Princes. Demigryph Knights over here. Magic abounds. Just a bunch of magical stuff going on, buffing the units of Masterbean here. The archers weren't really able to, the crossbowmen weren't able to do too much. The missile damage seems very low, 21 missile damage. And the Prussian Prince picked Spearman, so did Masterbean. So just your standard dirt cheap Spearman. Seems like the Prussian Prince is getting the better of these engagements because he supported them. The magic was very nice by Masterbean. But the Prussian Prince has spent his funds on infantry cavalry and he has foregone his skirmishers. And I think that is a wise choice in most cases. If you have a lot of infantry, flyers cannot deal with that. And bringing skirmishers to deal with monsters and such is unnecessary when you have Demigryph Knights with halberds. Almost every single unit in the Prussian Prince's army is an anti-large unit, except for these swordsmen, and they can be decent for holding the enemy in place, while the Demigryph Knights kill everything else that's on the battlefield. You'll see these small terrain features here. They don't really do anything, but nice enough to look at. A small hut of some description here, an ore cut. And another very quick, very quick battle. This is a bit interesting to me, and it sort of highlights the difference between tournament gameplay and standard gameplay. Because I've played a few battles myself at this point, just trying different things. And starting to see which units are overpowered, which are not, which factions are viable. However, I've had some very long games. And the more balanced you make your armies, most of the time the longer the games are, because then you have a skirmish phase, you sort of have a magic phase. During the entire battle you have different things happening that take longer than 2 or 3 minutes. But in this case, with the Empire's Demigryph Knights, it's very much a case of just charging them into whatever, because they will defeat. There are some things they won't defeat head on, we'll take a look at that later. But then you support them with infantry and everything dies. Strength and honor.